Hey everyone, Shari Lane to read you a little bit of the Lucer Island Dogs, Who Laughs Last. Reminder that the first episode drops on May 3rd, 2025. By the way, this is like take 15 and it feels more like take 815. It turns out I am spectacularly bad at this, but we'll see how it goes. A reminder that if you like what you hear, you can subscribe to receive episodes by email at sharilane.substack.com. Okay, without further ado, oh wait, one more ado. I'm going to read you a little bit, as I said, but I'm going to stop before it gets a little spicy. Don't get too excited. It's not steamy, but it isn't the kind of thing that you want in the background when you are giving your toddler her 1 millionth serving of Cheerios. So now, here we go. Beginnings, middles, and ends. Every day in the whole of human history can be seen, in retrospect, as the beginning of something, the occurrence of some event that will result in the avalanche of events that form the complete story in the as yet unimagined future. Some chapters unfold gently like a mother's kiss on a sleeping child's forehead. Others descend mercilessly like the slash of a vengeful deity's sword. On the day this story had its inception, none of the human inhabitants of Lucer Island was aware of the threads of fate converging on this tiny island in the Salish Sea, the sequence of events that would start with the discovery of a man hiding in a dumpster, would lead almost but not quite inexorably to another man's death, and would ultimately touch each and every one of the islanders irrevocably. None of the islanders realized their reality, so predictable in its casual chaos, was about to be thrown off kilter forever. It's possible, the dogs knew. Introducing a dog named Rambo and an island named Lucer. The warm August afternoon is winding down as Jim Perkins hikes the Seal Rock Overlook with his dog, Rambo. Over the years, Jim has apologized profusely to his dog for naming him Rambo, a moment of attempted machismo exacerbated by an excess of Seattle IPA. It appears Rambo has forgiven him. Rambo is a boxer with the sleek tan hide and square head of his breed, an animal of immense heart, but Winnie the Pooh-like, very little brain. Jim is a middle-aged man of singularly unremarkable appearance, medium height and build, and beginning to gray hair. The only truly noticeable thing about Jim is his eyes, which are the color of olives and which are full of kindness and anxiety in equal measure. Few people notice his eyes because Jim is painfully shy and rarely looks up. Jim and Rambo are walking the Overlook Trail, ostensibly for Rambo's sake, but really to distract Jim from his worries. This particular trail is the perfect place for distraction, neither too difficult for a middle-aged person of middling fitness, nor so easy that it would allow Jim to ignore the trail and settle back into anxiety. To avoid thinking the thoughts he doesn't want to think, Jim considers the other islanders he and Rambo have encountered on previous rambles here. Sometimes, though not as often as Jim would like, they'll run into Lauren, proprietor of the Apple Cart Grocery, and her mostly Australian shepherd, Shelby. Shelby's comical whiskers and gentle demeanor have won the heart of many a timid child. Lauren, who is brusque and does not suffer fools lightly, is just this side of terrifying for the young and the insecure. Unbeknownst to Lauren, but probably not to Shelby, Jim is in love with Lauren. Though no longer young, Jim belongs to the ranks of the insecure, and the most he's done in furtherance of his love is ask whether the sugar is still on sale this week. Occasionally, when Jim and Rambo arrive at the eponymous Seal Rock Overlook, they'll find Sheriff Tom, a man who has been sheriff so long the title is part of his name. Sheriff Tom is one of the few islanders who lacks a canine companion, and most people agree his life is the poorer for it. Perhaps even Sheriff Tom agrees, but this is how it is. Sometimes they'll run into Susan Drosky and her daughter Marta. Marta is Lauren's granddaughter by blood, but not by marriage. This is Island Gossip, a story Jim knows without knowing how he learned it. About a decade ago, Susan dated Lauren's son, Bill. When Susan discovered she was pregnant, she refused Bill's offer of marriage and left the island, shutting Bill out of her life entirely. Broken-hearted Bill never told his mother about the pregnancy. Lauren didn't find out she had a granddaughter until Susan returned to the island, having found whatever it was she was looking for in that faraway place most islanders refer to as America, or sometimes simply off island. By then, Marta was 4 years old. Marta is 10 now, but Lauren has never forgiven Susan. Jim wonders briefly if that's why Lauren is so blunt, but he quickly rejects that thought. By all accounts, Lauren has always been exactly who she is now. Belatedly finding out her son and his girlfriend withheld the news that she had a granddaughter was just the icing on the cake. Icing. And there we'll stop. Reminder that if you liked what you heard, you can subscribe to receive episodes at sharilane.substack.com. That's SHARILANE.substack.com. That's all for now.